So hi everyone, welcome to you all in my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss about skill assessment. If you are planning to come Australia and want to work as a pharmacist, so this is the first step. Why am I making this video? Because some of my clients, they did some mistake and they applied themselves and they got some of the negative outcome, and they lost is about 65 Indian rupees. 1000 Indian rupees is about 1260 AUD in about, so I will discuss about in this video how you can apply your own skill assessment and what are the document you need to apply and all these. So my name is Dr. Akram Ahmed and I always make videos in the world. If you as a healthcare professional, if you want to work as a pharmacist or as a doctor or as a nurse or something. So I already I upload videos about Australia, US, Sweden, Canada, Germany, Ireland, UK, Qatar, Malaysia, Singapore, Oman, a lot of many other countries I already upload. So you just go to my channel, you can watch those videos, and you can follow my page on Facebook and Instagram. And here is a so if you are planning to go study as a pharmacist or further for master or PhDs, I always upload a lot of videos about that as well. And what is the process for pharmacists in each country individually, I already discussed in my previous videos. So we'll see here what is the system in Australia. And in Australia, there's a two type the thing. First, you have to clear the exam. First step is the skill assessment. Then you have to go for CAPS exam, and then after that, you have to apply for the PR in Australia if you want to work here. So this is the summary of this. And here, what is the fee for skill assessment is about, and currently 1,260 AUD is about Indian rupees is about 65,000, and this is for CAPS 1110. And so what are the qualifications required? So if you are graduate before 2006, so it can be a 3-year pharmacy degree, but after, if you are from after 2006, you must be a 4-year pharmacy degree. But each country have their own regulations and they have a degree. Some of them have minimum qualification like 4 years, some country have 5 years, some country have 6 years, so many have B Farm, M Farm, and even Farm D. So each country have their own requirement. But in Australia, if your degree is a minimum 4 year, then you are eligible in Australia. And important note here that if your qualification not recognized by pharmacy regulator in your country, for example in India, if you did your B Farm, that is not approved by Pharmacy Council of India, so it means you cannot be a registered pharmacist in Australia. So this is very clear. Your degree is approved by PCI Pharmacy College and you must be a registered pharmacist in India. So what is the process here in Australia for this is the eligibility process. The assessment team will verify your eligibility for assessment under stream A. There is a stream A and B. I already discussed in my previous video, because this video is just focusing on skill assessment. So mostly we are from those countries in stream A like India, Pakistan, Southeast Asia and all these. So you have to be in this category. You have to write a CAPS exam. So before that, then they normally see that your qualification is equal to a Australian standard. So just give them equivalency, your qualification, then you have to go for a further CAPS examination. So skill assessment to be considered like to have approved pharmacy qualification. As I told, 4-year pharmacy degree is and what are the document you will require for this, like degree and transcript, or all those things we will discuss later here. So this is the website pharmacycouncil.org.au. you have to create your online account here, and then you have to submit fee and all document you will submit it here. So you can do your skill assessment yourself. But the important, what are the document and how you have to submit for this application. So academic qualification, your original degree, you finish your B Pharm or PharmD or M Pharm, whatever your qualification. M Pharm, I'm saying M Pharm in UK mostly, minimum qualification as a pharmacist in UK is a M Pharm. In India, diploma or B Pharm or PharmD. In Pakistan, just PharmD. So each country has their own requirements. So whatever your degree, so it will show, you have to show that original degree, then plus original academic transcript. This is most important. Here many of the students, what they did, they pass each semester in India in B Pharm or yearly in PharmD. So they just keep those mark sheet, and they think that there is no need. Transcript are separate document, and you have to request from your university. So many university are not given, some of them they are given, especially in North India. So you have to request them for transcript. Transcript means that maybe the 4th semester they will make in 1 page, or maybe sometime in 6th semester they will make in 1 page. So it means that consolidated, that the transcript consolidated, that the result they will make into the one page or 2 page, they will give, that is called a transcript. This is important, your degree and transcript. If you do not have transcript, it will be a problem. You have to request to your university, you need a transcript. Another important document here is a evidence of registration. Many of the students recently, in last week, this 2 of my clients, they did not register in India, directly come to Australia to study in MPH. Now they want to go for CAPS examination. So before that they cannot. You must register in your country, then only you can apply here. But for example, if you do not did your registration, then you have to show that your already did you apply and you are waiting for that, something like this. So this is important, you must be registered in your country. For example, if your qualification not approved by PCI, then automatically you cannot be registered pharmacist in India, and definitely you cannot be registered pharmacist in Australia, because your own country is not recognized your qualification that is valid to be a pharmacist. Then passport document, this is important document. Biodata page, first page, in the last page, mostly in Indian passport. Maybe the other country have some other thing. And they recent photograph within 6 months, then you have to submit it, all those documents. And if you work in India 1 year or whatever you have, in this is not mandatory in the skill assessment, but if you work there 3 years or more than that, then you can get a 5 additional points for your PR. So if you have, then you have to show your CV in that, when you joined, and when you resign, and what is your job work, you work in community or hospital, and whatever the things you have to be clearly you have to mention in that. And it must be minimum 20 hours per week. So they will calculate that is a work experience like full time. If more than that, if less than that, or below 20, then it can be a part-time job or something like this. But many of the students are think that during their study they are doing diploma, they did fund, and then B Pharm, and they work there as a pharmacist. It can be they can consider as a pharmacist. So in Australia, pharmacist means after your degree, after your B Pharm, you graduate, after how many years or months you work, you can show as an experience. But during your study, you cannot show that you work as a pharmacist, because you was not a pharmacist, you just a pharmacy student. So you have to understand this here. And the other supporting document, you have to be like you must certify that all documents provided by a candidate with an assessment application, the same person, there will be a no mistake in the name. For example, there will be a your government document like Aadhaar card, the same name, or maybe in your passport same name. On all your documents it will be the same name. It cannot be changed or something. And you have to scan together with your passport, you have to upload, and there will be no mismatch in your name in all these. So And if your document, for example, if you graduate from any other state, because some of the state are given and the mark sheet or the degree something in any other language other than English, then you have to translate that degree. Especially in Australia, we call NATI translator. This is certified translator. They only can translate your degree or whatever your document, and then they will seal, yeah, and then you can submit in all this, So if you have any other language, you must translate it into the English, but that is maybe certified by NATI, Then if you have anything apart from, I start a consultancy or mentorship program, this will give you from day one to your last. It may take 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever. I will guide you in your each of your steps. So if you are interested, you can contact me. And if you have anything, if you like my videos, please subscribe my channel and like and at least comment if you need anything. If you want to make any video on any country or anything specific, so please comment below in this video. I always reply for that. And thank you for watching this video.